Hello friends, welcome back to Tales and Tales with Brittany. My name's Brittany and today we have a little fall bookish haul. Today we have a pretty tiny haul, but I did want to share everything. Unfortunately, Canada Post, our local mail system, has been on strike recently. They only just partially ended their strike. They've now moved on to kind of a rotating strike. So I was finally able to get some of my items in the mail that were sitting in shipping purgatory. So the first things that I got my merch for the Halloweekend Readathon by Books with Lexi. This originally was shipped out the start of October, and so if there hadn't been any delay, I would have gotten these much sooner instead of it sitting in shipping purgatory. So I got two of the same design, one in a t-shirt and one in a crew neck. So for the t-shirt, I did a little bit of a gamble. Sometimes oranges don't look the best on me, but I really wanted to branch out since a lot of the kind of readathons that I participate in don't tend to choose the oranges as part of the colors that they use. So I definitely wanted to branch out, so they didn't have any shirts that are on the Comfort Colors base in orange. So this is on the Comfort Color base in Yam. Pleasantly surprised by it. We have an adorable little ghostie reading a book with a little witch's hat. Overall, I tend to get these shirts in my usual size, and then on occasionally I will size up if I'm wanting it to be particularly baggy, but I do like the look of it mainly in kind of my true to sizes. It's like slightly bigger than or slightly oversized compared to like a fitted. Only complaint is that I wish it had arrived a little bit sooner. That way I could have spent all of October wearing this, but definitely have a few more weeks left where I can definitely do that. And who says you can't wear orange or Halloweeny stuff in November? So I also ordered the same design on one of the Gildan crew necks in this lovely purple. Absolutely love that it's a purple that's kind of a bit more blue based. I also tend to gravitate more towards the neutral colors for the sweaters, so definitely wanted to add a little bit of a pop of a color into my wardrobe. Up until last year when I started getting readathon sweaters, I was never really a crew neck wearer. I used to always kind of wear t-shirts with cardigans, and this year I'm finding I'm loving the simplicity of having a crew neck. I also got my Readathon bookmark and sticker in the mail. We have this, it's hard to see, but we have this gorgeous haunted house. And if you look close at the haunted house, there's little ghosties in there. And then the background is unfoiled, and it's just this fun, cool, spooky background. And then for our sticker, we have the itty bitty ghostie, and this actually glows in the dark, which is fantastic. Don't know where I'm gonna put this just yet, but it's gonna be so cute. Considering trying to turn it into maybe a little ornament for my mini Christmas tree that I will put up in the office this year. And then October is my anniversary month. And so I convinced my husband to buy me this gorgeous sweater from Narrative Threads. I've been eyeing this sweater ever since she sneaky peeked the design in it probably months ago. And then I was able to pre-order the sweater since I was part of kind of her behind the scenes or early access group on Instagram. It is this stunning knit sweater with a dragon on it. It is beautiful. Oh, I love it. I did accidentally get this one size above my usual. I had been flip-flopping when I was ordering it, whether I wanted to get my true to size or one size up for an oversized fit. I had meant to order true to size, but somehow I took the wrong one out of my cart, but that's okay. This is the perfect kind of oversized bagginess of a sweater that I can wear with leggings. And it's just so comfy. I've already worn it a few times. So that's all of the bookish merch that I got in the month of October, but I figured why not share the audiobooks that I've also picked up this month and purchased through Audible. So the first book that I purchased through Audible is Carl's Doomsday Scenario, which is the second book in the Dungeon Crawler Carl series. Absolutely loved book one, and unfortunately the series is an Audible exclusive, so I'm not able to pick it up from my library or through a different service other than Audible. I also picked up the Scared Sexy Novella collection, which is an Audible Originals collection featuring a few different kind of really popular romance authors, and the series is a supernatural, smutty good time. I also picked up another Audible exclusive, Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm very excited to finally read this book. It is on my 25 in 2025 list, but it's a big book and it is very, very chunky, so I definitely need the audiobook to make sure I'm able to get through this. And the last new audiobook that I got recently is Falling in a Sea of Stars by Kirsten Britton. This is the 8th book in the Green Rider series. I'm so excited to finally have a new book and new content to read for this series, since it has been about 4 years since the 7th book came out. Kirsten Britton does tend to take an average of 3 to 4 years to release the books. They tend to be quite chunky. They're between 500 to 700 pages usually, so completely understandable why it takes her so long to put them out, especially since she handwrites all of her first drafts rather than typing them. Thank you so much for joining me for my October haul. I bet you are just as nosy as I can be. I always want to know what people are picking up and bringing on home, especially if there's something that might be a little bit more interesting. I hope you have a wonderful day, whether it's morning, noon, or night, and I hope your current read is a 5-star.